Apart from the beautiful reflection in my glasses, it should be fine. Yeah?
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So, welcome to our first live stream. We're just going to shoot the breeze and, well, if you like
Well, it's
talking,
our
listening to
first
people talking rubbish.
conversational piece of like live streaming. I mean, we've done live streams before, video game ones, but they ain't very good because the technology access that we have isn't very high.
No, you get work with what you've got, though, do you?
True, true.
And we've just gone live stream, right? And I guess what my throat's just done.
Immediately. What are
Excuse
you
me.
live streaming? God
Oh,
strike you down.
sorry, cough.
Cough, cough.
And even the cat just went meow. No,
Wow.
out. If you're going to be sick, that's nice. Straight on stream, the cat just goes, I need to be sick. So, the whole point of this live stream is for us to, like I say, shoot the breeze, and we're just going to go through where I am at the moment and general day-to-day things, and might throw in a little bit of Amber Heard and, I don't know, current affairs, or just gone affairs.
Basically, we're just going to talk bollocks for like, I don't know, for a while.
Until I've got to go and get the kids.
Yes.
Yes, I am mother. Ah, hear me roar.
Your mother.
Hello world, my ovaries work.
But wait a minute. I don't think they came here to talk about that. I don't remember becoming a birthing channel.
I'm completely lost on that one. I got one of Andy's cups, and I got like a certain character on it, and I covered it, and then I lifted it up, and the certain character's label and design was on the bottom, so I lost twice.
Oof.
Oof, indeed. I've got to invest in either like. Oh, actually, that'd be a good idea, wouldn't it? I'll get someone to design put my label and design on a cup, so I won't have to worry about like licensing.
I don't think licensing holders really care about you accidentally showing their work. It's long as you're not just as long as you're not like holding up the mug with their design on it and promoting something really messed up. Like it just like holds up
We shan't
cup.
mention like the types of things that that could be
Drinks
associated
from the cup.
with. So, Kyle.
Today everyone, we're sponsored by these people. Not really, but we're going to burn down this school.
No, we're not. Disclaimer. No, we're not going to do anything of the sort. So, let's go through. Do you remember my last stream?
That's just my opinion.
Honestly, I think we might use Discord when I record next time. Anyway, I've just got to get a larger hard drive.
Oh yeah, that's always a problem that you face when you do videos and live streams and whatnot. Especially if you want to keep them and cut them down, or just keep them for prosperity reasons. If that I am using the correct word there. It is yeah, it is that it does take up a lot of space, like a ton of space.
Yeah, because you've got both your video and you've got your audio. I'm guessing with that. I'm not an expert, obviously, as you can tell.
Well, usually the recordings are like combined together, like the audio and the video. So it's the same reason why movies, you know, or cost so much data as well to have on a computer.
Hmm.
Legally, of
Not to
course.
mention the cost of the actual cameras and goodness knows what else.
Yes, this is true. There's a lot of technical prowess you may or may not need. Not as bad as if you want to do something more fancy, the more technical, you need to like knowledge you need. But nowadays, anyone can like pop up on the internet and be like, "Hey, I want to talk about how I really like eating blueberries," and then just talk about how they like eating blueberries for like 100 hours. Just
I
like, oh
like
man,
that.
I really
You just actually, I'll get to about the 5 minute mark, and I'll just keep repeating the word blueberries, blueberries.
blueberries. Why not? There's weirder videos out there. Like that one chap that literally what he did was his videos where he sits there and he just stares into the camera, cross-legged, and just stares into the camera with
Yeah,
a
that was
smile on
that
his
young lad,
face.
wasn't he?
Yeah, and like he literally peed himself one time on camera.
Really?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, you
And there
shouldn't
was
get to that
another
extent,
time.
no.
And there was another time when someone literally broke into his apartment, I think it is, walked right in, saw what he was doing, and was like, "Oh hell no!" and just left. I don't blame that burglar. I would also do the same thing if I saw that. If I was burgling, I'd be like, "Oh hell no! I'm choosing a different career." Um,
That reminds me of that one. Have you seen it? The when that guy walks into the apartment, he plays like the three different characters, and the guy's sitting there, like head down, and he's just nothing. He ain't moving. He's like, "All right, where to rob the place?" He's like, "No, no, no,
oh
I
yeah,
ain't messing with that dude. He's the anime protagonist." No.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, "What do you mean?" I love that one. That's my favourite. That is. It's even making me
Oh,
cry
that's a
now.
good. That's a good comedy skit. I forget who the creator is that did that, but that
Yeah,
was
I
pretty
have to
funny.
look that up. You know what I forgot
Yeah,
to do? Turn my notifications off.
yeah. Constant blooping. Bloop, bloop,
Blurp.
bloop.
Well,
Yeah.
Twitch has come up silently this time and said, maybe you would like to manage your channel directly from your
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
phone.
Oh, oh, oh.
So, what have you been up to then? I heard that you've been creating more characters.
Oh, yeah. Well, I've been working on I kn- I know that the I haven't like we haven't okay. We've I recently got a new game system which I'm going to try out, which is I'm going to try out GMing. I'm kind of still new to the whole GMing DMing kind of angle,
Yeah.
but I am working on a Dark Souls campaign and I'm working on a bunch of NPCs. And I must admit, sometimes when I'm writing an NPC, I do get a little bit too much detail into them. I'm just like, what? When are the players going to actually ever find this out? Like, in my
See,
experience as a player, I'm a murder hobo, and the first thing I think is, who do I murder and how do I get the loot?
you can only. What I've learned about DMing is you can only go so far with using the old carrot and stick technique. It's completely
Yeah,
open to intervention. You know what I mean from players. So you know this from personal experience. Um,
stealing the
Sometimes
umbrellas,
your
man.
characters can completely derail your campaign.
Yeah.
Not
Well, yeah.
once,
Well,
not twice, but the magical number. 3 times, twice in one campaign.
I forget what are we talking about here now?
Oh, you're playing innocent, are you now?
No,
Yeah.
no, I generally have forgotten. It's been a while.
When you and Andy derailed my campaign.
Uh, I remember you being super annoyed at us, but I forgot what we were doing.
Yeah, I don't. See, the thing is, when I get really annoyed when I'm like DMing, I'll just place my stuff down, just allow you to carry on and like talk and stuff like that, and then you'll have a minute or so of like the DM just like quietly contemplating their life.
Yeah,
It's like,
this is true.
how could this happen to me? I spent an hours on this section. And then in the back of your brain, you're thinking, perhaps you can reuse it for another campaign. And then that never works.
But still, not one of my favorite moments, even now. We like we cooked ourselves out of getting loot because we just saw a giant crab in the distance, and apparently we were meant to talk to it, and
Yeah.
and and Andy was just like, "No, I will snipe it with my magic.
Then my
Behold,
baby, you
range
killed
power."
him. You
Rolls
killed
dice.
my boy.
It hits.
You
Wasn't it also like a
slaughtered him.
critical as well, if I remember
Yeah.
correctly?
You didn't give him a chance to even breathe.
Just imagine you're just a giant happy crab just walking up and down on the beach, mind you, big laser hits you.
I sat there for a good minute or two, just thinking, that poor thing. It's not even real, and I felt bad for it. I was like, they slaughtered my boy.
They look at how they massacred my boy, and yeah, this is true. I am also worried for my NPCs. But hey, ho, it's the Dark Souls campaign,
Yes,
so
but you're DMing
death
this
is
time, so
yeah.
it's my turn to be naughty.
Yeah, you've already messed with me already in character creation by creating some weird fairy priest. So
Well, no, me. That was funny. Not for
and,
personal
and
reasons, I might add. It's just the fact of it. It's just the meme. Oh, by the way,
yeah,
I
yeah.
found it. I
If I'm
found who did this. The anime protagonist.
oh yeah, yeah.
It's all in one word. It's I am Panther King.
Okay then.
It's really good.
Yeah, I
It's
didn't
only
really
like
like
what,
that.
a couple of minutes or something.
Yeah, it is funny. It is funny, but I do feel like it drags on a little bit.
I
Because
like it. I like it. It's just 2 minutes. Good sketch.
yeah, yeah,
Done.
yeah, it is true. I mean, I might be criticizing, but I ain't a funny person, so
It can be very
disclaimer:
funny.
not a comedic expert.
I've been
My,
watching
my, my
looking at myself on here and
mm.
my face. The amount of like emotions that come on onto my face are weird.
Yeah, it's
And
better
I'd
than
say
mine.
that's funny.
Oh yeah, that's a lot better to look at than my face because my face doesn't move. Like except for obvious, the obvious like the lips and whatnot. Like I just like I'm dead in like dead inside voice, dead inside face. Just like hello, I
I
am made
reckon
of rock.
I reckon your lips really don't work. But it's like if
um,
no one can see it, then is it happen?
Plot twist: I'm actually a bunch of like borrowers controlling like a flesh human puppet. That's what I really am. Just like hello.
I forgot to.
Oh, you have to give me a second. I just gotta mute for a moment. I'll be back.
No, that's fine. I gotta double check the stream anyway because it said start recording and then it's come up stop recording. So give me a second. No, it says we're live actually. That's fantastic. I've got like 3 different screens. And one of those is quite fantastic. Oh, right, guys. Between me and you, right? I am now on TikTok. And TikTok is for my artwork. So I do speed drawings and so on, which I'll show you in a moment, a little bit of my work. At the moment I'm doing just 2 people I've chosen per week will get their profile picture drawn by me. Yes. And I also post them onto my YouTube channel, so if you want to see any of my speed drawings or bits of gaming and gaming shorts, you can go over there. There's a bit of DMing stuff, campaign stuff for D&D, but it's one of my first
That campaign
videos.
really didn't go to anywhere really that much.
No. I love the first one I did though. I love those characters.
Yeah, yeah. I remember in that campaign, I was because I'm always an edgy boy, so I always play some kind of character that is kind of edgy. I'm just like, "Ugh, my dark and brooding past.
It's
Oh,
that
I'm
edgy
Batman."
that you cut yourself.
Yeah, yeah, but that's my characters usually. That I play. Um, it's really difficult. I only ever played a happy character that. I mean, he had like a bad backstory, like an edgy boy backstory still, but he wasn't like, "Ugh, I'm so dark and brooding." He was more like, "Hey, I'm happy all the time," irrationally so. Um, uh, and that was during my campaign to just put an extra character in the party just so they could survive some of the encounters I made because I realized I made everything too difficult. I was like, oh no.
It happens. I wouldn't worry about it too much.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
cat just barreling through the cat flap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's best not to just have like you want the enemies to pose a challenge, but you don't want them to them to be killed immediately, which is hard to do sometimes because certain like the way certain people build their characters um makes it difficult to like balance the game because you always have that one guy that's just like, "Ugh, I'm gonna mid max my magic spell so it does like all the damage in one shot, and I'm gonna get the ionizing beam and scream um Eldritch Blast every 5 minutes."
Sorry, I'm trying to get Dexter in.
Oh, you're trying to get the key.
Yeah.
The cat. Yeah. Yes, the big gingery cat.
You
Well,
never guess
ginger
why
white cat.
we named him Dexter, would you? Big,
Because he's
you
a
know,
serial
ginger
killer.
cat. He's not coming. He's
He's
got
not
no
going.
dreamies either.
Oh,
I've got no
no.
cat traits. One
Sorry.
second. Where is he? Ah, I am attached.
Fail. Oh no.
I give up. He won't
You
come to
give
me.
up. You ain't getting no cat today.
He came in, he called me, usually for food, even though he's been fed, and then just stared at me. Just, no, I don't want to come to.
Staring at you like, bruh.
Yeah. Oh, we went through D&D, so I did promise show a bit of my work.
Oh, yeah.
It's kind of like you know when you're in a test, they say, "Oh, show you're working."
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's like, oh yes, okay. So I've actually just said I've been doing a couple of profiles on TikTok, like reworking them and doing them in my own style. So, ooh, this
Oh,
one I
yeah, I
did.
remember you mentioning that.
Yeah, that's if it. Here you go. I haven't got any thingy on there, so the colours are going to be a bit messed up at the moment. But you never guess who this is, would you?
Ron John Johnson.
Mm, yeah,
And that's what our
almost,
leg is standing on.
almost. It's the Joker. And in his hand, I've
The
actually put. He's got a
Joker.
cigarette in his hand.
Joaquin Phoenix's Joker, to be specific. I
Yes,
mean, I'm
yeah.
saying that wrong, can't I?
I've
My
actually
God.
replaced his cigarette with a lollipop.
Lollipop. Oh no, we're going back to our childhood with the four kids censoring like One
You
Piece.
have to.
Sanji's not smoking. He's just got a lollipop. That's all.
My mum sense kind of, kicks in. And
uh,
I'm doing this one at the moment, which I got. Whoop, have I got it? So you can actually kind of see. Camera, camera. Where up? There's my camera. See, it's giving me like this Roblox thing. And
yeah, the
kind
little
of,
Roblox character,
kind of done
little
a.
blonde buff bar.
You can kind of see the outside. Yeah,
Yeah, Yeah, you can code
Kind
the
of.
outside. Oh
Yeah.
well. Oh no. Hashtag
But if you
dark.
want to see these on TikTok. So I haven't even mentioned my TikTok name, have I?
Mm. Is
No,
it Billy Bob?
no, it's not Billy Bob.
And
It's at in one word. It's Kaylee Taylor Art. At Kaylee Taylor Art on TikTok, and follow me, please, and share because there's going to be loads of nice things on there.
I do like the drawings. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, and
I wish
just
I could
watching it.
draw.
Everyone can draw.
I mean, yeah. I mean, of course I can draw, but not very well. I don't have the patience for it to sit down and take in the techniques to draw better because, as I said, I lack the patience for it. I don't. I'm a fidgety kind of person. Like right now, I I'm sitting still with nothing on. Oh yeah, the horse.
The
The
horse,
horse.
and I'll
I
show
love
you
the horse.
there. Give me a
The horses,
second.
but I really like the eye of the horse. It's really well done. I really enjoy the
Well,
horse's eyes.
with the eye of that horse, it was actually masked by hair.
Mm-hmm.
So I went back and I just put a bit more life into like the eye. That's the picture of the horse.
The Huer.
Yeah, the horse. And that was my work.
Nay.
I did need to put a little bit more. I wanted to put a bit more reflections on, like the hair, but I completely forgot.
Yeah,
And I'm actually
make it a bit
doing
more shiny.
alongside this profile picture thing. I'm actually doing cute cryptids, which sounds, let's just say, it sounds like they've got
Contradictory.
warring opposites. Yeah, it's very contradictory. That's we got there eventually.
No, no, I'm just imagining like a cute version of the Wendigo. Like, hey,
Well,
like covered in pretty flowers and
well,
whatnot,
I have got
which makes it look
a
more like a
cute
leisure.
Mothman.
Mothman.
His eyes look like they're actually. Look, if I move it slightly, his eyes look
Yeah,
like
yeah, yeah, but Mothman's easy to do cute though, in my opinion. He's already got those big eyes. Big eyes. You
Rubbish!
automatically. Wow,
Rubbish!
Mothman! You look at him, you already think, yeah, he's got big eyes. They're kind of cute. I
He does.
mean,
And this one, I love this one. Absolutely love it. And that was a tree frog.
oh yeah, I like the frog. The frog.
Love the frog. And I did
The frog's good.
these. Uh, it's really hard, I've got to say, like, as an artist trying to get anywhere really in the world. Oh, my camera's moving.
Yeah,
Um,
that's true.
yeah,
It's because there's a lot of supply of artists and not enough demand. I mean, there is plenty of demand out there, but I feel like there's enough artists that they kind of fill up that demand pretty quickly. It's like
it's
being a
competitive.
game designer now.
Mm.
Like being a game designer used to be kind of specialized, but now anyone can kind of be a game designer. So when you work for one of these like big companies and you like make a mistake, they could just fire you straight away and just hire somebody else immediately after because there's a bunch of people out there hungry for that spot.
Yeah.
That
Well,
that that that's why there's so much corruption in a lot of these big game companies is
mm,
because people have to turn a blind eye to keep their job because they'll just be fired immediately and have someone replace them straight away.
and it's not like they can start their own company just straight away. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you
There's
need some capital first before you can do that.
yeah,
You
and to be
can
honest,
make your
artists
own game though. On
make
it is
pittance.
possible to make your own game,
Yeah,
but it'll just take a while because if you're just doing on your own, it's gonna take some years to do. Because there's loads of different things to
Simulator.
consider and factor in. But there are some people that have released games where they've made them on their own and they were very successful. Oh no, it's the tiny cat.
Oh, you're
Small
joking.
cat. Small cat. Small.
My mini me.
The small cat. Small.
Little tuxedo. Oh, she's purring. Cute, are
And
you?
of course she's purring. She's always like pretending she's starved for attention. She's just like, no one pays attention to me. Uh.
Yeah, she when I'm sitting on the settee, she'll there you go. They'll rub her butt on me, and when I'm trying to relax, she'll just rub her butt on my head.
She's just like, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me, human.
So far we've got quite a broad thing. We've talked about your characters, about my
Mm.
artwork, D&D,
Oh, we didn't
DMing,
get too in
and
depth with my
cats.
characters, but
Kind
and
of,
cat, yes, of course, cat.
kind of.
Mm-hmm.
She just likes her butt being rubbed. That's all. Rub her back, rub her back.
I mean, what cat doesn't really? I mean, well, actually, I can't think of one cat. Um, it's usually like the ears, isn't it, and the chin. That one's more universal. The
Pardon me.
rockety kitty cat. Yes, what's that?
I've got burp. I drank my tea too fast. That's why. It's going cold.
Oh no! Oh no! They're seeing how British you are now, drinking the
Mm.
tea.
Right, if you've ever been on one of my live streams, I've always got a cup of tea before I start live streaming. Always.
Yeah.
Although that, I suppose it's kind of not quite the full truth, but it was like last time I didn't have tea as in tea leaves, but I had tea as in green tea.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, just to prove it as well, you do have the Black Lass review. Was it Black
Uh,
Country
Black
Lass
Country Lass.
reviews?
Yeah.
Reviews. Um, where we literally sat down, we drank a bunch of tea, and was like, "This one's really nice." No, no, I don't know, I don't like this one. No, no,
We
give this a
kind of
two.
we got them from a certain tea place,
Yeah,
and they're really good. But we're not going to
dragonstreasure.com. That's plugged them. I plugged them. That's right. Yeah, go to go to the dragonstreasure.com for all of your anime loving and tea needs.
the
That's
amount of
right.
times
They're
that
a
we plug them on
Canadian.
live streams.
Yeah, I
It's
know.
just like
He plugs himself all the time on the certain live streams I watch, and he's just like, "Hey, could you shout me out? Because you can." And that's literally the pitch every time. It's like, if you like anime, do you like tea? Well, then go to the dragontreasures.com.
I tell you what, right? We'll we will carry on plugging them if you know we perhaps at least had like a free little bit of tea,
Sample.
please.
I doubt that, but would be nice, wouldn't it?
It would be nice, yeah. I love the tea. My favourite's the licorice one.
Oh, yeah, no, that was my
Yeah.
favorite. I'm not really much of a tea drinker. I know my ancestors are not smiling upon me, Imperial, and
We haven't always drunk tea though. That's the fact.
yeah.
And it was actually more of a herbal infusion that we used to have, which would have been
True.
mint leaves and lemongrass, stuff like that. Which
And
that's
if I
quite
remember
nice.
correctly,
It was used for medicine.
the 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 dragon treasure treasure they do deliver like internationally, if I remember correctly as well. So you can
Yeah, I think so.
if
We
you're
did have to
interested
check
in it,
that.
you can go there.
Yeah, it
To
is really
Haven,
good.
it is good. Man does good tea.
Mm.
Not gonna lie. Considering a person that doesn't really drink tea, and to be honest, I don't really drink hot drinks in general. And for me to actually find and enjoy some of them is quite impressive. So, the man knows the tea and what kind of flavors to delight one's palate with.
Mm. Yeah,
But that's enough
I love
flay
the I
showing.
love the naming stuff. So
Dragon's Treasure.
you
Oh
should see
yeah,
the names. The names
yeah,
are
that one
fabulous.
is good.
That's the last thing I'm gonna mention. Is like the names. You gotta say the names on them. They're really good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So any future projects for yourself?
Any future projects? Not in particular, the only thing future project wise is I'm working on the Dark Souls roleplay campaign, and I'm working on the Warhammer Fantasy campaign as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I'm really excited to play the Warhammer Fantasy one because I'm a big fan of Warhammer.
Excuse me.
Really like Warhammer. I haven't bought any models in recent times because I don't like where the price direction mostly is going. It's only ever going up and up and up.
Well,
It's
mm,
insane. And you
to be
get
honest,
less and less models as well.
you get less bang for your buck, and
Exactly.
I agree with that.
If I remember correctly, you used to be able to get like 20 Cadians in a box, for I think it was like £10 less than they currently are. And but now you only get like I think it's like 10 or 8 of them. uh, Like, but it's more expensive, and the models haven't really changed at all that much. Um, yeah.
I know Space Wolves haven't.
Oh, I do like the Space Wolves. Space Wolves. Space Wolves are a good Warhammer chapter. Yeah, I say that, but because they're a founding chapter, but they have their great companies, which is their excuse to get around the only 1,000 men per chapter rule. It's basically Lehman Russ's boys being cheeky bar stools. Drink, 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 drink.
Sorry, my lips are starting to a little dehydrated. I don't know why. That's
Well,
really
it's
pretty
because
good
of the
with it.
talking, I guess.
Maybe.
Body's not used to talking.
I'm antisocial.
Yes. I too. And I'm pretty sure many others are quite antisocial as well.
Yeah, it's
But
coming.
at the same time,
Hmm.
yeah. Sorry.
Hmm? No, sorry.
Continue.
I was just gonna say it's kind of life has kind of pushed me to put my face on camera. Really, I thought sod it. No.
Yeah. Well, as long as you're enjoying the process and getting things done, it's cool in it.
Yeah,
It's just
it's
could you imagine we're just sitting here with like nobody like listening to us right now? But then suddenly, like one day, like we suddenly hit an algorithmic bump, and then suddenly there's 10,000 people here for like no reason. And
sorry, I
well,
just
that's the
hit that
power of
bump
the
then.
internet.
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
yeah. If anybody's wondering what this is behind me, I keep bugs and tarantulas and so on and so forth. That's stick insects, and we've got some beetles in here, and we've got tropical wood lice in there.
I do find it funny how it's still saying that you're playing Dying Light to stay human.
Even though I've renamed the stream, right? And I've got let's talk and got
I know, but you haven't
up to
changed the
the test now.
category.
I don't know.
But I forget how you change it, but it
Yeah, I don't
hasn't
know
been
how you
changed
do
at
it,
all.
like using OBS. It's
Yeah.
just
Oh
got a
well.
link to it. I don't. I think I need to go through
I wouldn't worry about it. It's kind of funny. Yeah. I love I
I
love
just
all the
pop up on somebody's gaming thing, and they're just like, what the hell?
yeah.
Oh god, that was such an ugly face then.
It's like, oh no. I
Ah.
once again I'm enjoying my little hobby when sitting here talking to you or when we're like playing a video game or something when we're like live streaming. I'm doing my little hobby of looking at people that pop up in the viewers section.
So
Uh,
you're in the you're just like a viewer ninja.
yeah, basically just like I don't know. I just like once I've said this before on stream, but I just like looking at other people's like like what their profiles are and whatnot. I've seen a lot of Pepe the Frogs. That's all I gotta say. I've seen a lot of Pepe's just.
What, in who's in mine, or my life's chat
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
coming up?
Like when you click on the community and then you got viewers and there's some active viewers and chatters in the community, and there's like four people popping up. And I was just like looking at their profiles, like Ice
You're
Wizard.
such a stalker.
No, what? I can't help it. It's interesting. You want to find out who the people are that are looking at your content, and you want to gear towards people that enjoy what they enjoy.
That's very true.
No,
If
no,
there's
yeah,
any,
yeah.
by the way, if there's anybody in the chat or whatever, or when we upload this to YouTube in the
Mm-hmm.
sky, if you've got any conversation topics you want us to cover, even something obscure like I don't know, the industrial age. Actually, quite
Well, it's
like
not
the
really
industrial
obscure,
age, to
is
be
it? Really?
honest. I love the
Just
industrial age. I could just sit here, right, and talk about like how flour and coal affected, you know, our
that's the
waterways and
time
systems and
period we
stuff.
should have had our vampire campaign set in the industrial age. That would have been cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. The
And,
1940s ain't good enough for you.
now the 1940s is also a good setting as well. Um,
Yeah, some
it's
of the
actually
men were
really
off to war.
interesting.
Excuse
It's
me a
interesting
second.
thinking about all the technological jumps between all the different like decades of
Oh dear.
humanity. When we started counting like generational decades. Um,
Sorry, I've got
the
hay fever.
thinking about all the advancements in technology. Like as soon as it hit like the industrial age, all like these different machines and whatnot that were being invented, boom, our technology exploded. It was amazing. And and right now we're I wouldn't say we're in a golden age of technology right now, but there is a lot of different stuff being invented, especially if you're looking at like robotics. The robotics market is very interesting, especially the Japanese side of things, because the Japanese are with all sorts of like interesting and weird robots for like all sorts of like menial level tasks, and that's the point of the robots, is that
See,
robots are meant to be this basically robotic slave that you have, because that's what robot means, if I remember correctly, in Latin.
yeah, in 100 years from now, we'll have a protest for people saying that.
Robot lives. Yeah, yeah. You never. Well, that's the whole point of stuff like uh oh uh Blade Runner, stuff like Blade Runner, because that
Oh,
asked that
yeah.
question as well.
Oh,
Um,
yeah, I forgot.
mm,
Sorry. No, it's this side. That is my ghost mantis there, and I've got assassin bugs
Ghost
underneath.
Mantis. Yeah, got a little video of that little boy, don't you? On
Yeah, I've got two YouTube channels. One of them's Caddy Taylor Art, and you'll see on my little ones. It's kind of thing with spray, so it's a lot of thingy on the outside of the cover. But there's the. You see him?
if we had active amounts of people in the chat right now, they'd
Oh,
all
he's
be leaving,
not.
going, bugs."
It's actually if I cover the. Oh, how do I cover the? I can just about see him there. It's because the light. That's all. He's actually
Yeah,
starting to move around.
but we should have closed the curtains or
He's
something.
looking for food, bless him. I'll leave him here next to me because I love him. He wants me to hold him now.
I like mantises because they're really cool. They're just really cool to look at. Um,
Hello, little one. Well, you're big
and
now. Hello.
back to game subject about
Sorry.
mantises. The giant mantises in Fallout New Vegas. They're kind of I don't mind those killing them because they're pretty easy to kill. But sometimes when they hit you, they like score a critical on you, just so much damage. I'm just like, ooh,
Yeah.
it's like oof, criticals. Why?
So I'm watching the
Uh,
cat, making sure she doesn't knock any of my stuff off.
yeah, well, that is what cats do. You're not paying attention to me, human. Pushes over monitor. Um,
I've got this little bit of hair that's just doing my head in today.
yeah, it's what happens when you focus on because like I'm not on camera right now, so I don't have to worry about the way I look. So, but it
Mine
like
isn't
even in
fantastic. My
like
lady brain kicks in.
yeah, the lady brain, the lady brain. Uh, yeah, which funny enough brings me back to when I was working on my characters earlier. When I was saying I might be putting in too much detail.
Yeah,
Um, about like I took an idea from like somebody else's work, and I really enjoyed the idea, so I decided to apply it to the particular character. She's like really the character's meant to be look really beautiful and whatnot, but her body's like covered in her basically her robes. And her body's actually covered in like scars and whatnot from like battle and war and general warfare. And she's worried that she'll she'll never find like a partner because she's worried that her scars like make her ugly, essentially. Because but if you now that piece of literature I'm talking about, it's a very dark one and it is very good as well.
it is.
Where I stole that idea from. I just really enjoyed the idea because the character was meant to be like this uh tomboy kind of character that kind of fights. And I kind of worked it in a little bit about how essentially the reason why she's got so many scars on her body from fighting is because she was charged to like protect her basically her stepbrother, and he was basically kind of a wimp at fighting. So she was
Sometimes that happens.
basically if she couldn't deflect the attack away from him, then she would take the attack head on instead, because she was charged in bodyguarding him essentially.
Well, that's what happens when you get excuse me. I've got real bad itch right under my nose. I've had it all stream.
Yeah,
That's what happens when
yeah,
you're charged with like to look after your younger sibling.
yeah. Oh yeah. Well, well, uh, well. The thing is, the character herself is actually similar aged to her stepbrother. It's just that he's a very kind and soft-hearted kind of character. He doesn't really like to fight, but he has to because that's his duty that he's been charged with.
Sounds good.
Because yeah, because it doesn't have like he's a very like kind character, and he's very like generous and willing to like help others. But his actual father is known throughout the land to be a very like horrifically cruel man, to literally crucify people at a whim if they piss him off.
Oh, Daddy dearest, you're so lovely.
Yeah, but the Dan character himself actually he's only ever kind to his son. Um, but he
Pathetic.
ends up basically adopting this the servant girl, which is the character I'm talking about, that eventually becomes the uh you know that becomes
So they're not actually blood related.
yeah, they're not actually blood related. Um, and um, bleh. Uh, well, it's essentially kind of like an adoption in a way. Uh, and he's not cruel to her at all, but he is. But the father character is cruel to like all the other servants, essentially.
Sounds a bit of a dick, to be
Um,
honest.
Yeah, he's like he's a super dick. And he also levies like high taxations on the people he's charged, with essentially. But I've been working on it. I mean, the title of stepbrother is probably incorrect right now, but technically brother, I would say, 'cause adoption. But I only put
I'd say
step
probably
there. Just
risky when you say it in a certain way.
yeah, in the same way. Yeah, that's true.
That's where we're
Uh,
leaving it.
mm-mm. Yeah, definitely. But the only reason I put it that there, because specifically because she's adopted by the Lord, it's technically that's his daughter now. But I
Yeah.
put step there just to remind myself that it's they're not
Non.
blood related, and
Yeah.
that's why I put it in that way. Like that's why I write it like that
Very
to
good.
remind myself that they're not blood related.
It's getting there.
Just in case I forget, just in case I forget, because sometimes you write like so many different characters,
Mm.
or I could always adjust it as well because um character relationships. Maybe she was meant to like marry someone else that would make them step related. Um, but I'm working on it. I'm working on it. That. Like as I said, like I haven't really done. I mean, I've done a lot, but I've also done not much at the same time. Like
Yeah, it
the
feels like
details
that
need to
when
be
you
hammered
kind of
out.
writing. I know that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
The only thing I know is that she considers the character at the very least like a brother-like character, but
yeah.
also, but also, he's they're meant to be close, but they're meant to be distant in terms of class. Um,
Well, if they're being raised apart in different situations, they're
mm,
going to be, aren't they?
yeah, oh yeah, because she comes from very poor background, and essentially a environmental disaster happens that hits the village that she grew up in, and so the villagers couldn't pay the high taxes or materials needed for because that's part of the taxes, obviously. Because taxes isn't just money, but when people think money, though, however, you can pay in materials as well as manpower, stuff like that. That's usually what they mean by taxation, especially back then. So the only thing that these people have anymore are their own bodies at this point, because everything's been laid to waste. So they have no choice but to basically sell off to sell her mom and dad basically have no choice for their own survival, have to sell their only daughter basically to this obviously horrifically cruel man to
And yet he's
also
going to
not
be
just keep them
he's a little kinder to her
no,
than they thought.
yeah, well, she never sees them again. That's the thing, because can only imagine being a child and being sold to this
Yeah.
evil man, and he's evil because everyone that's the only thing anyone talks about about him is that he's horrifically cruel. You might have even seen some of the horrific actions that he's willing to go to when people spurn him,
You can't.
like even in the
To be honest,
slightest manner.
you kind of coming off as you know that I shouldn't really say it, should I? It
Mm.
don't matter. I won't say it. It's,
No,
it's got to
I'm
be
interested
uploaded
now.
to thingy. When you got
But
like a
I'm
partner,
curious now. I
and
want to know.
when you got a
Mm.
partner, and then the
Yeah.
one of them starts being a bit you know physical, and
Hmm.
then the one that he's been physical to, you sound like that individual trying to defend him. That
Oh!
sounds
You
really
mean like
really weird. It's
I'm
like,
being
oh, it's
like
not as bad as you think it is.
yeah, that's the point though.
It's
That's
like
the thing.
it sounds like it's
He
going
is a
like
horrible
it's
the
psychological in
character.
your head.
Yeah, I know because the character is meant to be a horrific monster, but
I just
he
find
is
it
meant to.
interesting how you're getting the traits though.
Yeah, that's true. I am kind of defending his existence, and the reason why I have to defend his existence is so there's at least a teeny bit of humanity in the character at the very least. Like he's not. He is straight evil, but he's
You
still
can't. No, you
human at
can't
the
say
end
he's
of the
straight
day.
evil and then try and redeem him again with just a modicum of
There are
self.
evil people out there that do horrific things, but they still have stuff that they care about. He's meant to
Care
be like this
about.
walking demon of a man, but he only really cares about his son. Like
It sounds like you're talking about some sadist kind of capitalist.
says
High capitalism.
capital neo capitalism. Um, yeah, yeah, well, yeah. Like as I said, he doesn't care for like other people's existence, and the only reason that he's actually nice to the to her in the first place is because she ends up quickly befriending the his son, basically, and he's just like, well, I guess I'll be nice to her if my son's being nice to her, because because I don't want to upset my son. So if he favors this servant, then I guess I don't know. I haven't really thought it through.
No, I find it quite
I'm just kind
interesting.
of
I think that's an
spewing
interesting
ideas out.
avenue. It's a good
Hmm?
avenue to explore. That is. I'm not saying it's bad.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because like as I said, it is like the family dynamic. Uh this cruel individual that's willing to do all sorts of horrific things for his own amusement and pleasure. But he also has that small, small like break in his otherwise armored exterior, his indifference to others and their suffering.
Right.
Um,
Sorry to thingy, but
hmm Oh yeah,
probably just well, about 8 minutes until an hour, but I've got to finish it.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. So
No,
I
no,
do
no.
get a little. I am kind of like as I said. I've probably going to forget the majority of what I just said because that was just me
But it's
um
going to be recorded.
building world
So
building
yeah, but you
like
can always look
thinking
back
about
on it
things
on
on the fly.
YouTube and listen to
That's
like
true.
the last
I
what
do get
15
super
minutes.
embarrassed about talking about me writing stuff though, all the
No, you're
time.
talking to someone that also does the same. I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we'll probably go through that next time about
Hmm.
my attempt at writing, shall I say?
Yeah, yeah.
Just about Amazon worthy writing.
I don't know. I don't know. I've seen some interesting books on Amazon, like Dino Park After Dark. Definitely a
Have I
bestseller.
heard that one?
I think it popped up in a video of cursed things, probably.
I've done a couple of children's books as well though, so they've still got to be
Oh yeah.
published.
Dino Park is not not a children's
No,
book.
no, I can imagine, but I'm just saying I've done a couple of children's books to do with animals, obviously, because I have a love for animals and insects and all the other things. So
And
one
of
of them's
course,
an insect book, and the other one's about raccoons.
being a mother, you wish to instill moral, um, certain like moral lessons to a child as well, because that's
Mm.
usually what children's books are about instilling something into the child. Usually, some kind of like moral lesson, like the boy that cried wolf. Like
Yeah,
if you keep
that's.
lying and about
Mm.
something bad's happening and nothing bad ever happens until that bad thing one day happens to you and nobody believes you.
Yeah, I think that's the trouble. I think those short moral stories. I don't think they're really retold for this new generation.
True,
There's a
because a
possibility.
lot if an old story is being retold nowadays,
Mm.
it's being retold, but it's forgetting the whole moral lesson part of it. Um,
Yeah, even though one film in particular, Maleficent, I should say,
hmm
was actually pretty good. Was good film. I liked it.
No, yeah.
But it
Speaking
was
about,
like that's a good redeemable arc.
yeah,
However,
yeah.
what you've done is you've completely took out the whole moral aspect of it. The reason why she was ultimately punished.
Ye- Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like
It's like being overly jealous of
Maleficent.
a younger
Once again,
woman.
Maleficent, straight up evil character. I mean, sociopathic. I would say
Mm.
at the very least. Um, uh, this, you know, she literally felt spurned by a bunch of people that didn't invite her to a party, and she
Yeah.
was just like, "How dare you not invite me to this party? I'm gonna curse you."
Yeah, that was always kind of sketchy anyway, to be honest. But you can kind of
Yeah, yeah.
see the whole
I
moral
just
thing behind it is that jealousy kills.
exactly, and I thought the whole point is that the whole reason why she does that is because some people go, "Oh, that's not really a strong motivator to like do something like really messed up and evil like that." But you have to remember, you live in the real world, son. If you've seen some of the cases I've seen, then you understand the human soul is very fickle, and we will snap at times and do something very wrong and morally reprehensible, all based
Corrupt.
around our ego,
I
usually.
think you're popping out on in red here on the audio
Oh no! Ah!
occasionally.
Oh no,
I
that's not
think
good.
it's kind of it's picking it up, but it's not picking it up real time. It's kind of stuttering.
Oh no, that's not good. That's not. Oh, I hope it hasn't been like that the entire time. Oh no. I feel bad for anyone that ended up watching, seeing all the sputtering and stuttering.
No, no, it's okay. We're still a bit new at this. So
Yeah, true.
shall we leave it there for now? And next time we can come up with a few more topics, possibly the
Yeah,
same
yeah.
kind of avenue. If anyone has any suggestions, like I said earlier, for a topic for us to discuss, either in a professional aspect or in, you know, a newbie. You know, what do you call it? Completely from newbies. You know what I mean? People that don't know the subject but are willing to research it. Or if you want social things for us to discuss, like the Amber Heard case. Yes, I did go with Amber
Social
Heard.
issues.
Social issues. No, I don't mind discussing them because they've got a psychological background. But anyway,
Yeah,
topics.
yeah, yeah.
Leave them in the bottom for us. Good job. Message me or leave it in my YouTube channel, either on Kylie Taylor Art on YouTube or Phantom Tank Girl, which is one long word, on YouTube also. I am going to plug my TikTok right now because you've seen my work and it needs to get out there.
Yeah.
Come on, let's get it out there.
Let's go.
That's the best I could do. So yes, it's at Kylie Taylor Art, one word, on TikTok. Find me, follow for a follow. You got videos I want to see, I will follow you. If you have a profile and there's no pictures or any videos for me to do, but I will follow you. Okay, so follow for a follow. I'm also on everything else. Just search for my name. Seriously. I even last night I have opened a, what do you call it? That thing. Yes, that thing.
The thing.
Website. I have now got a website
Oh
for my
my god.
portfolio. Showing my work on there, and you can actually contact me if you want anything commissioned. So,
Yeah.
I mean, you could.
Links in the description. Subscribe. Smash the follow on every social media. And don't forget to subscribe. Because if you do, I'ma hunt you down. I'll find you. And I'll just want to shake your hand, buddy. I just want to shake your hand, buddy. Don't worry about it. Just want to shake your hand.
Good, good. Pat on the back. Or is it still there? Actually, that means something different, I think. But just
Yeah,
like the elbows, you know, when you touch elbows with someone. You just rub elbows.
Well, there was that funny trend to ask VTubers to to touch their elbows together. That was funny. Uh,
Yeah. Oh no, it was Joey. That's what I was thinking about. Joey from Friends when he goes.
no, Joey.
Look at my little chunky arms.
And unlike the friends, we will not be there for you. At least not for much longer, because we're going now.
Well, we will probably have. If anybody wants to jump onto the Discord, um, obviously we'll check out if you what your channel's about and stuff. But yeah, I mean we're open to having a third person or
The third
four.
person, you say? Mm.
A third person. Oh, four.
Oh my.
But yeah, I mean topics discussion we'll do whatnot. It's good to go to sleep to at least. Or
Yeah,
listen to
probably.
while you're on the toilet. You know,
Oh, no.
two people, two people just discussing a lot of random like gaming and
Yes.
other stuff on there. So thank you again. From like literally, just thank you from the bottom of my heart. This has been been quite a hard thing for me to put out there. Ultimately, social issues. Yeah.
Yes.
Um, yeah, thank you. You know, from me and from Kyle, thank you for joining in with us. And
Yes.
we love you. So we'll see you again. I don't know how to end these things sometimes, but we'll see you later. Thank you again. Bye.
Bye. Mm,